it's where I belong to. It's where I am working for right now. I've been teaching here for almost 8 years already. It's a good company. It's flexible, flexi time. You can choose what time you'd like to work, starting from 4:30 in the morning until 12 midnight, and not so strict when it comes to the demo teaching. Pretty easy. The boss is very friendly, and the requirements when it comes to the internet connections not so strict. Like 1 Mbps will do. It does not require you 10 Mbps. So it's for initial investment. You do not have to spend a lot of money for your initial investment, and you need desktop and laptop, and you do not need actually high-end laptop. I'm using just an i3, and yeah, I I was able. I've survived actually the demands. And these mates, this is a bit strict, but the rate is really high. Like they give you 250 an hour, and the clients here are businessmen and women, professionals. They are all professionals, and so that's why the qualifications are somehow, strict. But of course, it can be, you can still satisfy the requirements. And you need, yeah, laptop and desktop. So let's proceed to Native Camp. It caters kids from 4 years old to adults 75 years old. Okay, and Ingo, Japanese also. iTutor, this is global. You can use your laptop also. eSpace, I worked here before with Vietnamese students. And the rate is 150 an hour. Okay. And so if you wish to know other companies that can offer you employment, so you may join FB group like ESL Teachers Philippines here. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Here are the groups where you can join in. Okay, because here you can see a lot of post job opportunities. But of course, you've got to be very careful. You need to be very keen on who you would like to do business with, because I've said at the very beginning that, yeah, scammers are everywhere, so, but here, before they post job ads, the admins actually screen their posts, so we can be assured that the job ads are legit. Okay, so you may join all these ESL group on Facebook for postings of employment. Okay, how do they pay? Through banks. Commonly, they use BDO. So if you have your BDO with you, so you do not need to open a new account. But if you don't have, yeah, you may start. But I don't know how much they need for opening a new account. Yeah, the payment is once or twice a month. But some companies, like the company that I'm working for right now, pays once a month only. That is every 25th. Okay. They also pay via PayPal, but here you can get your salary right away. You need to wait for another month before you can withdraw your salary. And others through money remittance centers. Uh, Maybe some companies have their own, how do you call it, support in the Philippines. So they send your pay through the support in the Philippines, and the support send your money through other money remittance centers in the Philippines near you. So I have my salary deposited through the money remittance center M. Luwilier and Palawan Express. Okay, through the support who is or through the supports who are residing in the Philippines. Okay, and the hiring process. Paano ba? Alam na natin ano yung mga companies, alam na natin paano tayo babayaran, alam na natin kung ano yung investment natin. Bibili ba tayo ng laptop? Hindi kailangan ng brand new. Pwede kayo bibili sa OLX. Yung camera, pwede rin yung video. Kasi okay kung external yung video camera natin. Pwede rin OLX, may tag 350 lang, pwede yon. Basta, basta klaro ka lang, klaro makikita yung mukha mo ng estudyante. At saka, may ibang company rin na audio lang. So, hindi na kailangan ng, tawag nito ng camera. Sa audio, mas maganda yon, kaso lang din, kailangan din klaro yung headset, yung klaro yung microphone natin. So, dapat functioning talaga siya. So, yun yung ano, yun yung challenge pag audio. Kasi, pag hindi maintindihan ng estudyante, hindi mo magagamit tong mga kamay mo na may explain mo or yung ganon, kasi audio lang. uh, Walang facial expressions. So, limang hindi maintindihan ni student yung bored na term or boring, hindi mo pa ipakita yung mukha mo. So, yun yung mga challenges pag audio lang. Pero, pwede naman siya, marami namang paraan. Pag audio lang din yung lesson natin. Okay. So, paano yung hiring process? Iba't iba. They vary. For example, with a rare job, first thing is they have this language proficiency test. It can be done online. And you can take the test 10 times. So you don't have to worry. Like you fail once, you take another until you reach 10. But of course, they will cater first those who pass like the first or twice attempts. But if you do it like around 10, you will be, at the bottom. The priority on your technical check, your demonstration teaching will be, you'll be listed at the bottom. But if you pass it like around three attempts only, that will be good. Okay, so language proficiency test online. And after this, if you pass, technical check. So they will check if your your microphone is working. Okay, they will check also if your video is clear, your camera, your video is clear. And then after which, if you pass, you will have your demo teaching. Okay, later I will teach you. I will tell you what's happening during, what are the things that happen during the demo teaching. Okay. Another is iTutor. In iTutor, they go for technical check first. The capacity of your computer, like the storage capacity, because they have their own platform of teaching. So I do not know how they do it. I actually did the technical check and I passed. However, I failed on, not that I failed. I, I was not able to join in the interview with a native speaker. A native speaker will conduct the interview because they he or she will measure your pronunciation, your accent, because it's global. You're catering to global. I mean, many students around the globe, including Russians, Spanish. So your pronunciation is measured by the native speaker. So, but I haven't undergone this one because I I missed the schedule, or maybe I was just afraid. I was just afraid because, yeah, sometimes regional accent comes in. No matter how I badly try to sound, tame my regional accent, but at times it surfaces. Okay, and they also have demo teaching. Okay, so that's the hiring process. In my company, eTalk, English Teachers on Call, because I know the owner who was introduced to me by a very good friend. It was very like I just I just said that I wanted to resume working, and automatically I can open my schedule like that. So if you wish to, I can actually how do you call it, recommend recommend you to my boss. Yeah, but we only have few students, maybe because of the marketing. Yeah, but yeah, I somehow I have a plenty good share good share of students, like around at least 10 students a night, k, or depending on how many hours I open for teaching. Okay, next, what to prepare. Of course, the place to teach. And like mobile, like Pulfish or Amazing Talker, you need to have a place to teach and make sure that the environment is neat and clean. For example, avoid distractions like very colorful background because it distracts learners. So you need to have a private space to teach. Unfortunately, my house is very small, as you can see. So I actually use the living room, and my children and my husband at night are confined in the living room. They go out and like they're like sneaking. All right, they can't make noise, and yeah, because but it's a good thing if you have your own space to teach. And if it's noisy, if you live nearby the road where a lot of vehicles pass by, you can actually use yung egg tray, idikit-dikit mo siya sa wall para maging may soundproofing na yung room mo. Yung ginawa ko dati sa Cebu, sa Cebu pa ako. Kasi yun nga, um, ang bayo namin ay dadaanan, nasa entrance ng subdivision. So lahat ng sasakyan lalabas at dadaan sa bahay namin, ang ingay. Pero nakasurvive ako, 5 years akong nagti-teach doon, online. Yun na yung main job ko, hindi siya part-time. Nabuhay naman kami. And tawag nito, maganda naman din yung sahod, aabot naman din siya ng 37,000, yung gano'n. Pero yun nga lang, babad ka rin sa computer. Yung radiation, namumula na yung mata ko, yung mga ganung bagay. Ang dami ding health risk, yung mga ganung bagay. Pero yeah, you can actually go back to the place to teach. You can have you can have your room proof, soundproof with an egg tray. You don't have to spend plenty of money for that. Like that time I only bought it for 2 pesos and 50 centavo a piece. I don't know how much nowadays, but yeah, you can have it soundproof. Or if you have no, if you live far from the road, so there's nothing to worry. Uh, Dogs barking, you just have to explain. You just have to explain to your student, or yung mga ano natin, mga manok. Kaya nga ako dinespose ko ng mga manok. Ang dami ko kasing manok dati. Binigay ko na sa kasama natin sa church, sa sister natin. Pinaalagaan ko na kasi ang dami-dami. Nahirapan akong tawag nito, nakikinig ako sa mga kanilang ingay, tapos pinakikinggan ko yung estudyante, binabantayan ko kung anong sinasabi, may mga mali ba, itatype ko kung ano yung mga mali nila, i-correct ko yung mga ganun. Ang dami kong kinahandle, ginajuggle. So I decided to lessen the stress, dispose of my livestocks. Okay, so, and that, my baby. He wants to be with me all the time. Okay, so internet from 1 Mbps to 10. 1 Mbps will do, but uh, it should be wired, not Wi-Fi, because sometimes ano siya, naga-static, magkakaroon ng choppy connection. So, naga-fluctuate. So, ano siya, distraction siya sa learning ng bata or ng estudyante. Okay, laptop or desktop, you don't have to buy a new one. Whatever you have right now is good. And then external camera, built-in is good too, but you need to make sure really that you look clear. Okay, the reception is clear from the student's end. Okay, external camera. I have A4 Tech. I bought it like a year ago. It's just 800 pesos, but you can buy from OLX. Those secondhand will do, no problem. So not much of great investment as you begin. Okay, then headset, noise cancellation or reduction. But there are actually apps online in which you can use to reduce noise or cancel noise. Okay, but if possible, you can purchase headset with noise cancellation or reduction. Then resume and application letter. Okay, you have to submit it to the hiring officer or the support. Then yourself. You have to prepare yourself. As I mentioned at the very beginning, there is a language proficiency test. So you need to review on grammar rules, and you don't have to worry because there are a lot of resources online, like the use of had, have, has, is, was, were, like those, some, any, much, many, yeah, those things. So review those, and then Polish pronunciation. Um, Simple, those words, because our learners are not native speakers, so they're very conscious with the sophisticated pronunciation. provided we know how to differentiate the p from yeah, like that, and sh from s, basic things only, and tame regional accent. Okay, um, taming needs conscious effort, but of course, it can be learned as we go on along the way. Okay, next, qualifications. Some schools or some companies require applicants to have a bachelor's degree. Does not necessarily be does not necessarily be related to English. Pwede, marami akong kakilala ng mga graduate ng mga nurses. I also have, yeah, marami, major in math, major in science. So you don't have to be English major, okay, to survive in this industry. Okay, college or even high school students. Okay, provided you sound good, sound good. Basically, that's what they look for. Like when you talk, when you open your mouth, they love to listen to you because you sound good. You sound good. And then some companies require experience, like 6 months. Others don't. Okay, and of course, if you have experience, the rate is somehow higher. And you need enthusiasm because during the class, especially if your learners are kids, you can be like a clown. Some companies even have their props, like they wear they wear some, you know, animal character, like a mascot like that. But that's exaggerated. Like, yeah, you can, how should I say, you can be like a clown, can be funny, but not sensibly, not in a very exaggerated manner, so that the students would feel at ease, okay, whenever he sees or she sees you. Then confidence. Why we need confidence? Because sometimes parents, especially Chinese learners, they have their parents around when they are learning, and the audio is so loud that the entire house, even the neighbors, can hear you. So you can even hear the feed, like how do you call it, the your voice, in their houses. So you need to have confidence. You need to show that you know your craft. Okay, you know what you're doing, and you have what it takes to be their their instructor. Okay, then passion. In everything that we do, we need passion, even not in this field. Yeah, the students know that you're passionate because they can see it when you are interested to listen to them, and you're interested to check their mistakes in a very nice manner. Okay, they know that you're passionate. They know that you're passionate, especially at the end of the lesson. You will suggest, like, you have to work on these things, and I suggest that you browse this website so that you can be guided on your studies when you are alone without me guiding you, like that. So it shows that you are not interested in their money, but you are interested in helping them. And in the end, they will love you and they will become loyal to you. And when they're loyal, they keep on booking your class, and they will be with you even like around 5 years. I have that. I have had that experience. The students have been with me for around 5 years, and it gets very, like, I don't know what to say. Like, what should I say? Like, how? What should I ask her? Because I knew everything about her or him already. Yeah, but that's a good thing. At least they're loyal to you, and yeah, it will be very helpful so that you won't run out of students and you still have income. Okay, next. Huh? What to prepare? Okay, I think. Okay. Yeah, I made mention about the grammar rules. Okay, a very helpful book I used before was the book authored by Raymond Murphy, Grammar in Use. It's a very good book. So I don't know if it's downloadable. Downloadable, I think it is. It's free. So you try to navigate online later. Check the website by Raymond Murphy, Grammar in Use. And as I have mentioned, you need 1 Mbps, so or more. So you can check your speed via this how should I say, this website. Okay, it will give you your speed, your internet speed, and then yeah, laptop or desktop, not necessarily high end. Okay, external camera built in, or your built-in camera and external headset yourself, review grammar, polished pronunciation, tame regional accent. Then question, saan ba mangyayari yung lessons na yon? How gagamit tayo ng sa company ko ngayon gumagamit kami ng Skype, yung communication app na Skype. I just installed it in my PC. And in China, they use WeChat and QQ. Okay, so Skype. In Vietnam too, I used Skype before. So we use Skype, WeChat, or QQ depending on the country or the students hail from. Okay, and other companies have their own platform, so that's why we really need to have a huge storage capacity of our computer, because it's where you are gonna install their platform. And then the lesson takes around 25 to 50 minutes, one learner. That's a good thing. Only one learner. So unlike in public school, like 15 minutes and you're catering 60 students with varied behavior and difficulties, like others are attentive, others are just, roaming around the school, the parameter of the classroom. But here it's just one student plus the entire family listening to you. Okay, one student, you're teaching one student for 25 or 50 minutes. So 25 minutes, um, you may set your own rate. In other companies, like $3, or 50 minutes, $6 to $9, like that, depending on qualification and depending on what transpires after the interview. Because regardless of the communication, if you really sound good, if you can talk well, if there are minor lapses in grammar, the interviewer would love you. Okay, and they will suggest your rate. Okay, next, who are the learners? Okay, so they're called the ELLs, English language learners. These are the students who are unable to communicate fluently or learn effectively in English, because English is not their medium of instruction. Unlike the Philippines, English is a medium of instruction, so somehow we are a bit higher compared to our other neighboring Asian countries, right? Because English is a medium of instruction in our school. In Japan, Vietnam, China, it isn't. So that's why they are really dying to learn English. Okay, so they cannot communicate. Some of them can, but not really that fluent. Okay, and they have different backgrounds. Okay, some of them are professionals, some are students, some are how do you call it? Kids like that, 4 years old, the youngest that I had in the past. Okay, so age 4 to 75 years old. Okay, so just right now, think of, oh my God, I thinking of the challenges. Like, I'll be handling 4-year-old kids online, right? It's even hard to teach our children face to face. How much more doing it online? But it's possible. Okay, it's possible. You can share your screen, you can show some pictures like that, and companies will give you the material. Okay, so you don't have to worry because companies prepared everything, multi-leveled materials. Okay, then these learners have different purposes. Some of them they want to use English in the workplace. So because they handle international clients, so with these kind of learners, you have to teach them business English, like how to handle phone calls, how to make presentation, English for flight attendants, English for um, yeah, those job related. Okay, and there are those also who want to learn English because they need to pass entrance examination. Some universities, especially in Japan, require them to pass entrance examinations. So with that, they need to learn the language because they have interview in English. Okay, they have what we in Japan they have Aiken. Aiken is English proficiency test in Japan, and they need to pass it so that they can enter some universities or high schools, especially international schools. Okay, others would like to go abroad, so they need IELTS if they want to be employed abroad. So uh, they take general IELTS general, and for if they wish to work also in hospitals or schools, they need IELTS academic. We also have TOEFL for students who would like to study in America, in the United States. TOEIC also for South Koreans if they want to enter companies, because when they are fluent in English, their TOEIC passes, they get 900 score in TOEIC, the higher the pay. That's the requirement. So it's really like indispensable from their employment, okay? Or those students would like to go abroad, the English language is like like their key. It's their tool to enter the world. So it's where we come in, okay? We will help them. All right. So let's go to apart from knowing who they are, like what they want, what their purposes are, we need to know their levels of proficiency. Why? Because the manner we talk, the vocabulary that we use, depends on the level of our learners. Okay? For example, with beginner learners have zero background at home and even at school, zero background in speaking English and learning in English. So zero. So they know isolated terms. For example, um, open, open. But you say, open the door, please. They don't know that. Isolated terms. So you cannot use sophisticated vocabulary with them. So when you begin your lesson, when you start like the warm up stage, hello, good morning, how are you doing today? You will do like that. They will never understand you. So you have to be very slow. Hi, my name is Carmen, and you have to type it. My name is Carmen because the parents or other members of the family are behind them. So they will be helping also to unlock the difficult words. Okay, like that. So your speech rate, the vocabulary that you use, even the structure should be very simple. Like, I am happy. Like that. Okay, you cannot say, I'm happy. You cannot say such. Okay, low intermediate. Somehow, parang nabubunutan tayo ng tinik dito. Okay? The lower intermediate, they learn fixed expressions like, good morning, how are you today? So fixed, memorized in familiar situations. But if you change the situation, they will never know what to say. So for example, uh, the situation is open the door. So they know that the door is closed. Okay, open the door. Okay, say it's closed. But if you change the setting, for example, another context na yung gagamitin natin, hindi na nila alam kung anong sabihin at hindi na nila alam paano magre-respond. So familiar context, memorized or fixed expressions. Okay, like good morning, I am blah blah blah, my name is blah blah blah. Okay, fixed expressions. Okay, intermediate. Okay, for intermediate level, these are students who can convey somehow cohesive, what do you call it, answers to questions. They can somehow discuss like, um, what do you think is the disadvantage of the nuclear power plants in Japan, or what are the disadvantages of nuclear power plants in Japan. Okay, so they can discuss. Okay, somehow lengthy expressions. Okay, and upper intermediate, they can use academic and technical terms. Eto, parang hindi na tayo masyadong, ano dito, pagod na pagod. Kapagod talaga to si beginner, lower intermediate. Pero pag intermediate to upper intermediate na, medyo nakakahinga na tayo rito. Okay? So, upper intermediate knows how to use academic language, technical terms they know. Okay, and yeah, there are still mistakes, of course, grammar, especially with the grammar. So you really have to check. Pronunciation too. Consistent mistakes. Like for Japanese, R and the L. They have difficulty producing the R and the L. So it's not just good that you say, okay, you repeat after me. No, you really have to teach them where to put your tongue. Okay, which part of your speech faculty you use when you produce the R. Like, what should you do with your tongue? Where should you place it? What should be the formation of your lips? Okay, those things when you teach them how to pronounce, how to produce some sounds in which they have difficulty. Okay, advanced level, uh, they are also the most difficult to handle because sometimes they sound very, depending on the learners actually. For Japanese, they're very polite. Yeah, they don't sound intimidating, but some nationalities, like some Koreans. I don't want to be this sound. I don't want to sound discriminating, but it's true based on experience. They tend to intimidate you if they are already in the advanced level, because their purpose of learning, even if they are in the advanced level, is for them to just maintain. They don't want to, like, their term is they don't want to, how do you call it, to slow down. They don't want to maintain. They want to maintain. Okay, so advanced level, the most intimidating, but you can handle them very well. And you don't have to worry because the materials in the company that you will be working in the future are actually labeled like um, business for example, general English for teenagers, uh, low beginner to high beginner, like that. So labeled already. So it's up to you to navigate. So you have to know your learners really before you start teaching. Okay. So for advanced level, sometimes they send you articles to read in the class. And all you have to do is read the article in advance, or else you will be caught unprepared. When you're caught unprepared, that's the time that uh, they would not book you again. Okay, so they sent to you the article in advance, so you have to read. You have to read the article, and you have to dissect the article, like um, be, uh, the contents of the article, like, because the article will be your basis of, like your springboard. It's there where you get uh, the words that they have to pronounce, like the most dominating sound. If you notice that the article contains a lot of sound, like ball, caught, so you have to teach them those sounds. Okay, but not necessarily. Only when they commit mistakes, you need to check also the pronunciation. But yeah, um, they prefer advanced level prefers discussion. They prefer discussion. So the manner you ask questions, the art of questioning is a must. You just don't say, you do not ask questions that are answerable by yes or no. You should really probe. Okay, probing is very important. Critical thinking, like that, because they need to talk, and you let them talk 80% of the talking. All you have to do is to ask questions, correct whenever they have mistakes, and then suggest some ideas in the discussion for advanced level. Here you can talk very fast. talk very fast. You can use sophisticated vocabulary or sophisticated words. Okay. Now, the hiring process, what and how during the interview? What do you do and how? Okay. Um, you'll be given time as to when you meet the interviewer. So make sure that you come online at least 15 minutes earlier before the scheduled time because you need to do a lot of things. You have to add the Skype ID or their QQ ID or their WeChat ID. You have to add and check if your microphone is working. You can do so by dialing echo 123 on Skype, echo 123, and then there is like a robot. A woman will be saying, yeah, record your voice. If you cannot hear your voice, means that your microphone is not working. Okay, so you have to check your microphone if it's working. Dial echo 123 on Skype and check your camera if the reception is clear. So how you do this? You need to call someone you know who has a Skype ID or QQ WeChat so that they can give you their evaluation. If you look blurry or if you look clear from their ends. Okay, so you have to install all these communication apps depending on where you want to teach. Where, okay? We have to look presentable because we are instructors, we are teachers. No need of heavy makeup. Man, you just have to wear polo. Yeah. And for women, you can just put blazer on top of your shirt or t-shirt. You can just put blazer on so that you will look professional during the interview and demo teaching. Okay. Then, as I said, background should be neat and plain. No colorful curtains behind you, because they will be distractors. Kids will ask, what are those? Like that. So they will be distracted. Then speak clearly. Show the interviewer that you have what it takes to be an ESL teacher. That despite the fact that you lack the experience, you know the craft. And before you you face the interviewer, as I have said, you really have to go through, how do you call it, preparation, like the grammar, pronunciation. There are many websites that can help you online, so there's nothing to worry. Okay, in fact, there is American accent, but we don't need to sound like an American, like Americans actually. Okay, we can be as we are, provided no original accent. Okay, then that is for what to do and how you act during the interview. Next part of the hiring process is the demo class. This is the toughest. If you pass the the interview, you are on the first step of the second step of the ladder. Then let's go to the third step. That is the demo class. The demo class, mm, the company will have someone act as your student. Worst is that a student will pretend to be extremely beginner, like me. Like you say, what's your name? What is your name? Me, name, like that. They pretend to be extremely beginner. Why? Because they want to test patience. They want to test your how do you call it, uh, resourcefulness. They want to test how your initiative. Like how will you do so if you are faced with this kind of learner? But that's an extreme example, okay? Because I did that. I mean, before when I was in Cebu, when I was working for an online school also, but it was office based. That's what we did to our applicants. We pretended to be extreme beginner, okay? But we have to be ready. Um, there are a lot of tips how to handle those extremely beginner. So before the demo, you need to check. you need to check the requests of the students. For example, they will write the level. I'm a beginner, can speak words only, uh, speak slowly, write my mistakes on the chat box, then write the correction like that. So turn on the video. These are some of the common requests of our learners. So you have to check what they want. Okay, you can ask the person in charge of the demo these things. Okay, like what is the level of proficiency of my student? Okay, like that. If the data are not given. Okay, then next, it's a 25-minute lesson. The demo is 25 minutes, and you're given the material. It's provided by the company, and it's all up to you to navigate around the material. Like, what will you do? But um, some companies, like Rare Job, they have a prescribed manner on how you do it. So you have to divide the 25 minutes into warm up. In a public school, we call it motivation. Yeah, motivation. You can, I think you know how to do it. For example, your lesson is my pet. The title of the lesson is my pet. So the beginning question is so easy. Um, like, what pet do you have? Questions like those, like that. Okay, warm up. Here you can greet the student, you introduce yourself. You should really appear lively. Hi, good morning. I'm happy to see you today. You should be very lively, enthusiastic. Okay, then you have the lesson proper and the warm up. Okay, so in I know not warm up. This is the conclusion, like a wrap up. The wrap up. I mean, okay, hold on. Wrap up, warm up, lesson proper, and then the wrap up. Okay, hold on. In the warm up, greetings, introducing, not very long. Do not tell them about your background. No, just my name is Carmen, and I am your teacher today. I'm very happy to be your teacher today. How do you feel? Like that. Okay, so you need to let the student feel at ease. Okay, that you are a friend, that you can help. Okay, for mothers, it's very easy, especially if you have children. If you're teaching children, your own kids, yeah, it's very easy. It's not a struggle at all. Okay. In the lesson proper, dependent on the material given by the company. So first, some companies give you materials in which that contains that contain unlocking of difficult words, vocabulary. It's already given there, and all you have to do is to let the student read and then pronounce the words well, identify the meaning, and then give sentences, realistic, meaningful sentences. For example, the word is reprimand, okay? And the meaning of reprimand is scold. The student knows it. And then you will ask, when was the last time you were reprimanded by your boss? You need to make it meaningful. How does it feel when you are reprimanded by your boss? Like that. You make the sentences meaningful to them. Okay? Then pronunciation, if they encounter mistakes along the way, so all you have to do is let them repeat after you. If it doesn't work, like twice only, do not consume the entire time checking the pronunciation, especially with the R and the L, because it's not like magic that it happens right away. No, that would be a turn off if you consume the time just telling them how to pronounce the R and the L. So all you have to do is um, 2 times will do. Okay, repeat after me. Say labor, because a combination of L initial sound and R final sound is so tough for them. So you need to tell them, okay, where you put your tongue, like that. Then another resort is IPA. Um, you need to type the word in a dictionary online, and then you copy the transcription, then write it on the chat box. Okay. the transcription of the word that they have difficulty producing the sound. Okay. Also, the stress. Some students have difficulty saying words with proper stress, like record. Okay, so some students have difficulty, so you need to check. You need also to tell them how to properly where the stress falls. Okay, then you have discussion too. Discussion here, the students can speak. It's what they want. They need to speak more. So in the discussion part, you really have to let them talk. Okay, uh, you need to make a connection between the material and the real world. Like what I said a moment ago, like the lesson is on, for example, my pet. So do not just uh, stick on the contents of the article or the material. You have to move away, but then connect it. So make it relevant to the student's life. It's where they like. All right. Then what else? Okay. So in the lesson proper, you have to write on the chat box the mistakes that they commit. But it's also helpful if you have your notepad. It's where you can write the mistakes. But do not overwhelm the students. Like every time they talk, you correct right away. You do it in a nice manner. Let them finish before you make the correction. You do like this. Ah, you're trying to say that. Then you type the sentence. Okay, this is how you say it. Can you say that again? You do it very friendly, non-threatening, and not overwhelming. Okay, because if you bombard them with many mistakes, they will be discouraged and they will feel like, learning English is like climbing Mount Everest. They're not gonna love it. Okay, they're not gonna book you again. So you make it very relaxed to them. Okay, by not bombarding with them with massive corrections. Okay, then you have to write on the chat box their mistakes. If not, you can write on a notepad. You write the mistake, the sentence where they committed mistakes, and then after that, the correction at the bottom. Okay. So in my case, I do it like this: their sentence, and then I label the right, then the sentence, the right sentence. Then I just send it at the end of the class for their review. Okay. But at least during the class, while the class is ongoing, you can also give some corrections. Okay. At least two sentences, they will appreciate it. Okay. Then wrap up. In the wrap up, you need to have an evaluation. You do it in a sandwich manner. Okay. Do not just focus on the negative. Like, wow, I really like your performance today. I love your enthusiasm. I love the way you respond to my questions. And you even said complete sentences. You even pronounce the words correctly. And I love it. And I thought, however, here are the things that we have to work on. Okay. Then after that, you can give suggestions like to improve your pronunciation, you can visit this website. To improve your listening skill, I have this website. Then you put the website on the chat box, send it to the student, and then the student will appreciate you, will love you even more because you are concerned. Okay, you are not just you know eyeing for the pay. Okay, you are there to help like that. So suggest websites the students can visit whenever they want to learn independently, and then say goodbye. And you have to not really flatter. How should I say this? Like, I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I'd love to see you again, especially the Japanese, because they don't want to feel like you are burdened. The Japanese are very sensitive people. They don't want they don't want you to feel like you are. They don't want to see that you are tired, that you are bored teaching them. So in the end of the lesson, you will say, "Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I'd love to teach you again. I hope to see you again," like that, and smile and make it really from the heart because they can. Although you don't like the student, sometimes you don't really like the student, but they like you. Yeah, one-way traffic. They like you, and you don't like them. You have no choice but to like them, and to pretend that you like them. And one way is smile, smile, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you again. Like, okay, I master that craft already. Master that craft. Not really pretending, but I have to. I need money. I need money. Okay, next question. Where do I get the materials? Now I know how to teach. I know what to teach, but where do I get the materials? As I have said, companies have ready-made multi-leveled materials. So you don't have to worry. Nakalabel na po lahat-lahat. Kayo na lang po ang mag-click. Okay? Kayo na lang po ang mag-click, ipapadala yung link sa bata, sa estudyante. Not necessarily bata, sa learner. Okay? And next, um, if the students are advanced, or if they don't want to use the materials provided by the company, you can actually access a lot of websites. And these are the websites that I access. For listening, I use Randall's for listening, and it's also multi-leveled. Okay, you have easy, difficult, like that. So you can choose level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So 0, beginner, level 4, advanced, like that. And for articles, you have Breaking News English. I like this website because everything is in it. Like the warm up, the vocabulary, everything is provided. Spoon feeding. All you have to do is teach. Okay? Then you also have VOA, Voice of America News for articles, and another BBC Learning English. It also provides ample materials for learning. CNN Learning English and The Guardians. Okay pa ba tayo? Parang
Yes, we are
Yes.
loud and clear.
okay pa? Okay pa? Okay. I hope I it's already 10 o'clock, right? I hope that I do not bore you. Oh my god. Oh my gulay. I don't bore you at all. I hope so. Yeah, but yeah, basically those are the websites that you can access for materials if the students opt not to use the material provided by the company. Okay, so you just have to navigate them later. Bibigyan naman kayo ng kopya ng mga website. Tapos i-visit niyo para malaman, makikita niyo talaga kung ano ang laman. So, um, questions before I proceed.
Carmen, let's just reserve
Go
the
on.
questions after your presentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you. What do I teach? ESL is a program, okay, designed to support English language learners. So, as ESL teachers, you are to instruct students in reading. In reading, so oral or silent. With a silent reading, that is to measure their comprehension. And for oral, for proper phrasing and then pronunciation. Then writing, the students will actually tell you what their purposes are. Like, I want to improve my writing in TOEFL, integrated and independent. So you can help them how to do so. Okay. Then conversing, we focus on cultivating conversational and job related communication skills. Conversational, skills. You can use materials like free talking materials like that. And you can teach them some expressions like how, example, describing the weather. What are the words you need to use when you describe the weather? What are the fixed expressions like that? Okay, you can teach them those like ordering food online or booking, they call it booking tickets online. Not like, how should I say? Yeah, booking tickets, hailing a taxi in in foreign countries. You teach them the vocabulary, the sentences, okay, conversational, survival English, they call it. And then job related communication skills like how to make presentation, how to pass job interview, like that, how to, if for example, the person is working as a receptionist at a hotel, so you will teach the basic expressions and how to handle clients, what to say if they're asking about their room, if they have already made bookings, like that. English for receptionist, for flight attendant, okay, job related. And the companies provide you with materials, but if not, there are plenty online. Okay. Okay, next. Students enroll in such programs to use the language in work, school, or abroad. As I mentioned, abroad because they want to study there, or they want to get a job. They want to get jobs. Like, I had a student before who is a doctor who wanted to go to Australia, and he wanted to get band 7 in IELTS. He did well in reading. Japanese are really good at reading, better than Filipinos, unfortunately. They're very good at reading, and but not much with writing, speaking, and listening. So what I did was I helped him with his IELTS speaking and writing. And luckily, he is now in Australia. He chatted and he told, I asked, did you get the target band? And he said, yeah, I am now in Australia working in one of the hospitals. So it feels good whenever you achieved the goal, right? But that's very, how do you call it? Uh, it will lead to frustration whenever the students express their frustrations to you. Like, I've been learning English for 7 months already, but I still sound like I can still express myself thoroughly. I cannot speak fluently. And you're like, oh, am I useless? That kind of feeling. Yeah, so you really have to be ready because they're paying. And so sometimes they complain that they don't learn. They do not improve like that. Okay. So abroad, to work abroad or to study abroad. So to study abroad in the United States, they require TOEFL or IELTS. Okay, Canada, they require also IELTS, TOEFL. Okay, Canada, Australia, those countries, they require IELTS and TOEFL. So it's a good thing. It's our edge if we know how to teach them those areas. Okay? Parang meron tayong ano ba? Parang may brand tayo. Okay? Parang may produkto tayo na pwedeng may offer sa kanila pag alam natin paano ituro yung mga ganon. Pero hindi naman kailangan, kung magsisimula tayo, hindi naman talaga kailangan. Basta ang estudyante lang ay matutong mag-converse in English. Na at least, kung hindi man error-free, somehow ma-lessen yung mga mistakes nila. Okay? All right. You also teach business English. For example, in BizMates, they focus on business English. Okay. Also have pronunciation. Yeah. Some students do it like in isolated manner, specified talaga. Like I wanna improve my pronunciation. So all the sounds are there. Okay, all the sounds. The company provides the material from how do you call it? The those sounds. Okay, and it is uh, individual, like words and then sentences, so that they can practice pronunciation. You also teach TOEFL, TOEIC, IELTS if you wish to help students who would like to work abroad or study abroad. But general English, is the most common general English. Okay. All right. Then our responsibilities. Okay. Improve. We help them improve the English reading, writing, and speaking skills. But of course, some students, as I said, they have their, they call it purpose. So you need to know what their purposes are in learning English. Okay. Is it to improve speaking only? In which area? Is it for business? Is it for survival? Like that. Writing. Is it just to write simple sentences? Or is it to write entire paragraph with cohesion and coherence? Is it to write an entire essay? Like that. So if it is for TOEFL or IELTS essay, entire essay, so you need to help them how to write an essay. If not, you don't have to, how should I say, if you can't, because we are still beginning, at the first step of the ladder, we do not need to pressure ourselves. You go for general English only. But of course, if you have your own brand, if you can offer a product to the company because you are an expert, okay, on this area, that you have an edge, okay, over the other applicants. And um, yeah, you have what we call, you have a way to attract learners to book your classes. Okay, then you have to tailor the lessons, okay, according to the student's needs and abilities. So you go back to the proficiency. Beginner, so beginner lesson. And what they need, speaking, so let them talk all the time. Correct if there are mistakes. Okay, ask questions. Okay, okay, next, life skills of an ESL instructor. Communication. Being an ESL instructor, it is like a common notion that we are professional. We know how we are good at communicating. That's the common mindset. Like, yeah, they know they believe that we can communicate. We can make a connection with other people despite their backgrounds, despite their level of proficiency, like those. So we really have to uh, yeah, communicate fluently. Okay, but you don't need to be like a native speaker. Okay, in fact, they like learning from us because we too are language learners. English is not our mother tongue. When we were born, when we were raised by our parents, when our childhood years, our parents used, maybe in my family we used Cebuano. So English is not my native tongue. So they know, we know how it feels to learn another language. So it it seems like they have the idea, the learners have the idea that ah um, like parang ramdam natin sila, yung empathy ba? So, pag native speaker kasi, hindi naman lahat-lahat. Pag native speaker kasi, um, todo lang yan. Parang, hindi kasi nararamdam yung hirap mag-aral ng second language. Tayo kasi ramdam natin eh. Kasi hindi natin yan mother tongue. So, parang nakaka-relate tayo sa learners natin. So, merong empathy na tinatawag. So, kapag ka ganun, um, parang makabuild sila ng connection sa atin. Yung ganun. Kaya gusto nila tayo, gusto nila ang mga Filipino sa teachers. Apart from the fact that we do not charge so high. Like native speakers, I don't know, but some native speakers charge like around, uh, around $15 every 50 minutes, like that. Native speakers, okay, with certification, with certificates, because native speakers, although they are natives, they also need to have to gain certification, like TESOL certification, like that. Okay, so but as I said, they love learning from us because economical. They can save. It's quality. We know what we know our craft. We're passionate. We're enthusiastic. We love what we do, and they like it. Filipinos are known to be enthusiastic and passionate. That's why they love us. They want to learn from us. And in fact, because of this pandemic, like 5-1 talk, I've heard they hired even high school students because the students cannot go to schools, right? Because they were like there was like lockdown in Japan too. Many high school students cannot go to schools, so they learn English online. And so like your schedule is always filled with students. Like you cannot even pee. You can't you can't even drink. But there is a 5 minute break. But some schools, depending on the marketing strategy, have limited number of students. But if you go to rare job, my company to eTalk has somehow ample number of students. So yeah, my demand ngayon, my demand dahil nga sa pandemic. So let's strike the iron while it's hot. Okay, it's really hot, burning. So we have to strike it. We need to grab the opportunity, prepare everything that is needed so that you can be on your seat, on your favorite seat, and teach language at home. Gusto nila tayo, yung sinabi ko. Kaya may possibility na ma-hire. Pwede sabihin yung gabi, yung oras niya sa gabi. Ako gabi tuturo eh. From 7 hanggang minsan 12. Masyadong sa energy. Pero pag sa school, nasala ko ng class. It was very, kasi may penalty pag nag-cancel ka ng klase. Pero may mga time talaga na while I was teaching, I dozed off. And I do not even know what I'm talking about. And just, I cannot like what I said. So I needed to go back. I'm sorry. What did I say? What did you say? Like that. And how should I, nakatulak ako habang ako'y nagtuturo. O, di ba? Cebuano. Nakatulak ako na, how should I say, he goes off while teaching. Okay, time management. You need to know how to divide the time. 25 minutes. So you need like 3 minutes warm up. Then lesson proper until for example, nag 7 o'clock. So 7:03 hanggang 7:03 warm up ka muna. After niyan, 7:03 hanggang 7:20, dun ka na sa yung lesson proper. I-manage mo talaga yung time. Tapos, the remaining 5 minutes, dun ka na sa wrap up. Okay? Doon na tayo sa wrap up. Ganun talaga. Kasi, kung hindi ka magmamanage ng time, hanging eh. Hanging, alam mo yung, may naituro ba ako? Parang walang, di ba? Yung masyado kang na-carried away. By the way, you cannot lecture during the class. Do not explain the how do you call it? The grammar. Like, you need to use has for singular, like she, it, he, she has, he. No, do not do that. They know it. Their teachers in elementary and high school, taught them those. Do not lecture about the grammar. Okay, just let them talk and correct it. You said she have. You should say she has. She has a dog, like that. Okay, can you say the sentence again? She has a dog. Do not lecture. No, you cannot use have because it should be has because of the subject is she. Do not lecture. Okay, if you do lecture, oh, your time management is totally shattered, and so the students won't book you again because they feel like, did I really learn? And you too, you'll feel it like so awkward. Okay, patience. Oh, we need this. Tons of this, especially if you deal with beginner and advanced students because they're really intimidating, threatening the advanced students, especially professionals. I remember before I had a student, a lawyer by profession. I was like, wow. I was like, and then very handsome. Oh, no, no, professional. And they open the cameras so you can see them. And I don't know why they have to open the entire stuff. Like they want you to see their rooms. Yeah, somehow like bragging about, I don't know. But yeah, I had a student before um, showing the entire parameter of the bedroom or the living room. Like you will be into, wow, the air conditioner. And I'm just using electric fan. And he is using an air conditioner and split type. Like self pity attacks you, and there confidence is somehow going down. But no, don't. You have what it takes. I'm here to teach English. It's not about my status in life. It is because I am better than you are when it comes to the English language. But do not say it in front of the student. Like, sa loob-loob mo lang, para hindi ka panghinaan ng loob. Kasi, ang yaman-yaman nila, lalo na mga Japanese, ang yaman-yaman nila. Ang laki-laki ng ano, alam mo yung, makita mo yung video, makita mo yung, ang layo-layo ng end ng kanilang wall. Ang laki-laki, in short, ang laki-laki ng bahay nila, ang ganda ng mga muebles, ang ganda ng furniture, yung ganon. Makita mo yung mga, yun nga, nakakapanghina ng loob kasi nga, ay, ang ganda kong magsalita ng English, pero ito lang yung buhay na narating ko. Minsan, ganun. Pero huwag tayong panghinaan. Okay. Patience. Balik tayo kay patience. Makikita mo, ang layo-layo ko na. Patience. Patience dahil nga, ang tagal-tagal din matuto ng iba. Tapos ang daming tanong. Tapos hindi pa marunong paano sabihin yung tanong. Ikaw pa yung mag-frame ng tanong nila na itatanong sa'yo. Di ba ang hirap? Okay, halimbawa kagabi, I taught a Japanese senior high school student, and she wants to go to America. And so, because she wants to go to Ivy school, oh, Ivy, so rich. Like, I mentioned, you want to go to Harvard, Yale? And she was laughing. And then, yeah, I am studying at an international school. And she did not know how to phrase the sentence. So I need to frame the sentence myself, the question myself, and I answer it. Crazy, right? I frame the question so that she knows how to say it, and then I answer it. Patience is a virtue in this job, especially when you deal with a kid. I had an experience, a 4-year-old kid. She was running around the living room. And I said, oh, come back. I'd like you to see a beautiful picture. And then she came back, looking at the camera like that. And then run again. How can you teach? And then so you will make use of the event. Oh, you can run fast. Hey, can you say that? I can run fast. And then she repeats, I can run fast. Okay, say it again. I can run fast. So you make use of the opportunity to teach the language. And she showed me a picture. Oh, is it? Is it your grandmother? And she doesn't know what grandmother is. So Google Translate, grandmother. And then I send the translation. Yes, yes, grandmother. Oh, she's pretty. How old is she? Things like that. You become like a child when you teach a child. And that's very nerve-wracking and tiring and imagine you're only paid 90 pesos or 80 pesos, 25 minutes, and you have to exert that effort. So mahirap po talaga. Pero, yun nga, kailangan man nating magsa-survive, di ba? Maraming nawawalan ng trabaho, kailangan nating tutulong sa mga tutulong na ma-augment yung income natin. We have to survive. Okay? Um, Given this new environment, the landscape of working. So, despite difficulty, I know we can, right? Filipinos are really very flexible. All right? Okay, a sense of humor. We can't be boring during the class. You can't be stoic. You can't be poker face. Like, you cannot frown. You have to smile, although your stomach ache is already extreme and you can't bear it. Like that. Or although, like, it's so hot because you're just using an electric fan and you're perspiring and it's already dripping. So you really have to have sense of humor to make the student laugh. Once the student laughs, she likes you or he likes you. But not all the time. Sometimes they don't book again because you become funny instead of being fun. It's different. Funny is different from being fun. You make the learning fun. Do not make yourself funny. Okay? You can act like a clown, but not exaggerated to the point of, making faces. With the kids, you can make face like, I'm like that. I'm already very like that. I'm scared like that. You are an actress too. So that the student will love you. Okay? Like that. And I'm very hungry. Thing like that. Okay. Culture awareness. I remember, yeah, a Japanese student, a doctor too. We were having a discussion and I interrogated him. I had a lot of questions because I thought I thought he was lying to me because he told me that he is a doctor. So I was like, what field? Like, are you a surgeon? Are you a dermatologist? Are you an OB-GYN? Like that. And he got intimidated and he got an explanation. They're easily intimidated. They are easily hurt. So do not let them feel like you are trying to interrogate them. Your role is to teach, not to check the background of your learner. If the learner is telling the truth, you are not an NBI. I did the wrong thing before. And you know what? It was very clear in my memory. Like he booked plenty of classes, like around 3 weeks, because we can do so. You can open classes hanggang gusto mo, 3 weeks in advance. So he booked. But after the session, he canceled. And then my boss asked me, what happened? What did you do? Culture. Because, yeah, like that. They don't want to be interrogated. It sounds parang sa kanila, parang hindi ka naniniwala. Parang yung ganon. Tapos, they're very punctual. You need to call them on time. On time. On the dot talaga. Pag 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock talaga yan. Pag lalampas ka, let's 7:03, apologize. I'm really sorry for calling you a bit late. Can I just possibly extend for 3 minutes? Like that. If you miss, teaching the student for 3 minutes, you need to compensate. Okay. So very punctual, very sensitive, um, and they want you to feel them. Okay. Those are the Japanese learners. Chinese naman, nandun yung mga magulang, kung mga bata yung ano tuturuan mo, okay? So, kailangan mo talagang ipakita na alam mo kung ano yung ginagawa mo. Okay? Because parents are listening to you. Pag adults naman yung learners mo, ang ang mga Chinese ay tawag nito, ano sila, um, friendly naman sila, pero minsan iba-iba eh. Depende talaga sa tao. Friendly naman karamihan, pero may iba din talaga na parang hindi sila sold out na guro ka. Hindi sila sold out na marunong ka. Yung ganon. Iti-test ka nila. Ang daming tanong, lalo na pag grammar. Why do I have to use have had? Why can't I use just this? What's the difference between present perfect and simple present? Questions like those. And why do I have to use this preposition with, not on, not at, not in? Yeah, so they test sometimes your knowledge. So patience, humor is a must. Cultural awareness is also a must as a language, as an ESL instructor. That ends my presentation. Oh, I'm willing to ask questions. I'm willing to answer questions if you have any. You have any questions?
Hello, Carmen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, thank you so much. Again, another virtual clap for Miss Carmen. I
Thank
failed to
you.
mention to you that we were together in the same ward here in Talamban, Cebu City
Yeah.
State. Tama, di
Mm.
ba? It was like 6, 7 years ago, Carmen, before they,
Yes, yeah.
yeah.
We
Well,
were in the same ward.
Yeah, and so thank you for that you have gotten this far. And Miss Carmen has given us the basics, I guess, to get started, the skills needed, even the apps and the websites, the places to go to for all of these materials, and where you can actually readily apply what you have learned today. Now, we will be do is there a need for us later on to meet again, Carmen, or um, it's basically done?
Um, actually, um, we are done actually with the how do you call it, the application the hiring process. Like what
Yeah.
you're already armored.
Yeah,
The
exactly. That's what
armored
I felt
already.
actually na after the presentation now I already know how to go through in and out of it. Of
Mm,
course, the application is different. We can still encounter different obstacles along the way,
mm, mm.
especially for the beginners, right? So
Yes,
ngayon, I will just entertain a few questions. And is it okay for our participants, Carmen, to contact you should they
sure,
be needing some sort of guidance or
no
mentorship in this
problem.
one?
Yeah,
Would
I'll
you
be
be
very happy.
Thank you. And then will you be able to give them your, how do they contact you on Facebook or email you?
Facebook will do. I think it's the easiest way.
Yeah. And Carmen, will you just please type your Facebook account on the chat box?
Sure. Hold on a second. Where is it? Oh my gosh. The first time for me to navigate. Zoom. Okay, hold on. Ah, yeah, I found it
I was
finally.
mesmerized with the diction and ano ni Carmen, ano, parang hindi
Yeah,
na lang
ikaw din ni.
plural.
Been
It's a very
trying hard. Like,
pleasing.
I was
It's very
exerting a lot of effort.
pleasing. It's very pleasing to the ears and it's actually animated the way that she really taught us how it should be done. So from based on the modeling that she proved to us na importante, I guess that's how it is. That's how we roll if we are going to into this kind of into
Yeah,
this industry, diba? And so now
it is.
I'll be typing my email address as well. So please just shoot me an email and then I'll be able to give you the recorded video and the PDF slides of Carmen in a matter of days. Okay, so I'm typing it now and sending it to all of you.
Okay.
Okay, and then Carmen's
Questions?
Facebook account is, I know it,
Yeah, I
Carmen,
wrote it there.
Carmen
Carmen
Cole.
Colli Leona. That's my FB account.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Now,
Questions.
if you have questions, now it's the time because we don't have the Q&A box. I realized that it's the different Zoom that I'm using right now.
Actually, there are some
Okay,
questions here. Like,
can you
y-
read it from your end or would you like me to?
okay, here. Uh, should I read the question here?
Sure,
Do
go
they
ahead.
have exam? You mean during the lesson? No examination. No examination, but because they can book another teacher. Okay, they can book, for example, 25 minutes today. They book you, but the following day they will find another teacher. Okay, but in case they become loyal to you, you can do the review the following day. I do that. I do the review of the previous lesson that we tackled in the class.
Okay. Another question is, are there any free English pronunciation apps that you could recommend for those who want to improve in this field?
Ah, yeah. Um, you have American accent training. It's actually available online. I don't know if it's, yeah, American accent training. You also have a lot in YouTube. I think you can you can browse online those websites.
Okay, so what do you use or what do you do so as not to overheat your laptop, especially those who have this 8-hour shift or longer?
Ah, okay. I have my fan facing the laptop. Okay, and if you are in an air conditioned room, there's nothing to worry about. But yeah, that's what I do. I have the electric fan face directly facing the laptop to avoid overheating.
And for you not to overheat your brain, you need to drink lots of water every now
Yeah.
and then.
Once in a while, you can grab, and you have 5 minutes break, so you can drink, or you can ask permission, especially if your students have become your loyal clients already. You can I just drink something?
You could be at peace. Nah. And then Marjorie asked if, well, she had this IELTS, she was an academic passer of IELTS,
Uh,
but in 2000, do I need to take IELTS again?
I know. For you to teach IELTS, you don't need to take it again. In fact, I haven't taken, but I was just trained how to teach, especially the speaking part and the writing part. You do not need to take it again. But it's a good thing that you pass it. What's the band that you got? 7? Ah, 8. Okay, so you don't need to, and that will be actually your edge. You can actually include that in your, because once you're hired, you'll be making your self introduction for 1 minute, and you can include that in your introduction. Okay,
Okay.
it's your magnet.
Yeah, that's an edge. And what specs of computer will do?
Specs. Um, I am just, I'm not really familiar with
Basic
this, but
computer, probably, right?
yeah, my my computer is just i3, and then the storage capacity. My husband knows better than I do. Um, basic, just you do not need to buy high end actually.
Yeah.
But some companies like iChitter, what's the storage capacity? 500 gigabytes, he said. 500 gigabytes only.
Yeah.
So you don't
So
need huge
don't
storage.
complicate it na. It's
Mhm.
very, kumbaga parang low entry to start
Yeah, yeah,
this.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. In
So not your investment does not actually require you to spend plenty of money. I bought mine. It's secondhand. It's only 6,000. And I told you that you can also buy your camera, external camera, via OLX. It's only 350.
and if you
You
can
just have,
get it for installment, diba? Just to get started, pwede
yeah,
yan.
the computer, yeah, computer. You mean,
Yeah, the
ah,
computer.
yeah, you can actually. There are companies that actually, but you really have to buy brand new. If you have your old one, that is fine. You just have to improve the storage capacity. Yeah.
Well, I'll just have to interrupt for a while. You're sending all your email addresses here, but my instruction is to send your email to gmjpublishing@gmail.com. That's where I'm going to give you the slides and the recorded video. So please send your email there. Okay. And then Carmen mentioned the book a while ago. And I'd like also to recommend another book. I don't know, Carmen, if you're familiar with this one, but this is Grammar Power from Kaplan.
Ah,
Master the
ah,
fundamentals. I've been using this
okay.
for years and it was great to improve my grammar. Yeah.
Ah, yeah,
So
yeah. That's a good
anything,
reference too.
parang parehas sila ng, yeah, it's really a great reference. Pati yung mga
Apa.
nabibili mo sa National Bookstore na,
Mm,
ano nga yung mga tawag na books na ganoon. Basta hindi ko kasi matandaan yung title.
ah,
Yung parang mga when you
pero
pass,
may libre naman.
may libre naman eh. So actually, when you Google search, you will find them. Pero here, I bought it from Amazon. It's Grammar Power. Third
Mm,
edition na
grammar
to, pero
power.
marami na tong edition. Pero ang kanyang ano is Kaplan. 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 Grammar
Mm,
Power. I-type ko na lang. And then, brothers and sisters, if you are really interested in getting a certification sa TESOL, it's available through our Pathway Connect.
mm,
So you take that 1 year sa BYU Idaho online program, which I am taking right now, but my certificate course is actually social media marketing.
mm.
I have a classmate now who's taking TESOL. So she's telling me it's really a wonderful course to take in. So tama ba yung Carmen, that if you also have like a certificate like this, it will give you a better edge.
Yes.
Tama ba?
Higher pay.
You
Higher
can command the
pay.
price.
Yeah. And you can even work abroad with
Correct.
that. Yeah. You
And
can work abroad with it.
with Pathway Connect, you only spend about 2,400 pesos per semester. That's yeah. So there will be 3 semesters, 4 months per semester. So total mo lang yan when you finish Pathway Connect, then 2,400 times 3 lang. Murang-mura
Mm,
lang. At the same
mm.
time, you will be getting a certificate issued by BYU Idaho. So US certificate ang hawak mo. Mas credible.
Nice. That's
Diba?
nice.
Ang galing ng plugging ko, no? That's
Yeah,
under the
yeah,
Welfare and
yeah.
Self-Reliance
Ang ganda.
Services education program. But really, if you want to professionalize things and if you want this as your fallback career, lalo na sa mga nangyayari ngayon, I would really recommend to you that you
Yeah,
get yourself certified.
yeah, TESOL certification. Actually, if you want to go to Thailand, that's what they require. And they pay like around 60,000 free accommodation.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, free accommodation. Free internet. The students have their gadgets with them, so there's nothing to worry. And yeah, food free.
Free
Sixty
laag pa.
thousand. 60,000. In China too, they're hiring teachers, hiring
Yeah.
Japan. In fact, a colleague of mine is actually working in Japan right now. She is teaching for a certain school in Fukuoka. So she's receiving around 70 to 80,000. Abroad is
Wow.
very promising, and you just have to get yourself certified. That TESOL certificate will do. That is really your passport.
Wow.
And
So
the
that
thing is, Idaho, oh, that
that
will
cements
add.
the deal, right, Carmen? If you really want
Exactly.
to go a notch higher than what you're doing
Mm,
right now, get yourself certified. As to how
yeah.
you will enroll in Pathway Connect, I would recommend that you contact immediately your Welfare and Self-Reliance Services Manager. Mayroon kami, 10 kami na assigned to different areas. I handle Cebu, Cebu East, and Tacloban missions. But just the same, if you want some ready answers, just feel free to contact me on Facebook. I'm there as Ayo Gutierrez, or you can just ask me through my email. Shoot me an email and I'll be able to answer you. Okay? But if you type on BYU Pathway Connect, then sa ano mo, you will see the website and you can navigate from there. Even non-members are welcome to actually enroll in Pathway Connect. Okay, last
Mm,
question. What do we need to prepare if we plan to create an ESL business to generate more jobs to a lot of people?
okay. So the place, computer. You need to have computers because you have to like you just have to pull teachers. Okay, that's yeah, the place, computers, and the curriculum. You need to prepare the curriculum and the teachers also. You have to train them and stable internet connection. And we frequently have power outage here in the Philippines. You need to have your power generator. How do we call that? Yeah, generators, power generator.
Yeah. Okay. So last na lang siguro, any noise cancelling headset po brand. I think this one is asking for the brand.
The brand. You can browse online. They actually have Lazada has the description of every product. So you just key in headset noise with noise cancellation property, then everything will be just displayed.
Can you answer this? Any sample of curriculum daw so that they can have idea?
Okay, curriculum depending on. Okay, for example, you have business English. You have your TOEFL, TOEIC, IELTS, reading, listening, and writing. You have to prepare, and then uh, target market mo ay Japan. Japan, mas maganda kung may material ka for ACAN. ACAN listening, ACAN reading, writing, and speaking. And
Okay.
we also, Kalan also is a trend. Kalan is another, but you have to purchase the book. Okay. Pronunciation, you have to prepare all the materials, all the sounds like that. Pronunciation, business English. What else? What else did I? Hmm. I think those. Yeah, English for flight attendant, English for receptionist, like that.
So they
Survival
can still
English.
go to parang target niche pa rin. Parang
Oh,
that's
target
the
me. But you can have everything. You can
pwede.
have everything.
Mukhang nag-gear up na si Carmen sa everything na business niya.
Yeah. You can,
Yeah. That's where to go. Kailangan ba ng TESOL certificate to be an ESL in an ESL
as
business?
the.
Ah,
Oh yes, they require so. If you want it to be legal, they
lahat
require
naman ng
TESOL
institution,
certificates.
no? Basta nagpo-provide ka ng
Oo,
ganitong klase
ng
ng
services.
services, then you have to
Tapos,
be certified.
yeah, you need to be certified.
Oo. Actually, the name of the game really is to build credibility. Kasi like anybody, marami tayo naman nakikita ng mga can teach it, right? Pero iba pa rin kapag nakapagturo ka talaga. Ay, meron kang binaback-upan ka ng mga iba't ibang mga titles. It's really needed when it comes to this.
That's right.
Yeah. So thanks a lot. I guess that's it. Everyone, thank you so much for coming today. But most especially, thank you to my friend Carmen Leona, for sharing to us. Simplify able to share this. If you know anyone who might be getting this training, please share the materials with them. Again, brothers and sisters, I'll be expecting your emails dun sa binigay kong address kanina, gmjapublishing@gmail.com. And then once consolidated, I'll be giving you the recorded video and the PDF slides as well. So that ends our webinar for today. Virtual clap for Miss Carmen.
Thank you.
Pwede nyo nang ibukas yung inyong mga videos. Thank you so much. Ayan. Okay. Parang pwede nyo pakita yung video nyo, magpipicture lang ako. Parang class photo natin. Sige, open nyo lang. Yan. Open nyo lang yung mga video nyo. Then we'll have a... So upcoming webinars will be the hydroponics part 2, which is happening next Saturday. And then we also have a webinar on freelance writing. Doon naman sa gustong magsulat and earn from your writing. So meron pa rin tayong part 2 ng ESL. This time going to the basics of how to teach English. Yung siguro specific on grammar and mga sentences, parang ganon. Okay? So if you're still interested, I'll be posting that everything on my Facebook account. So please feel free to, Carmen, paki-end natin yung slide.
Okay. Hold on a sec. Oh, how you do this? Stop sharing, right? Stop sharing. Hold on a sec. From brother me, yo, help me. I don't know how to edit. Okay. Exit. Okay. Have I done it right? Nope. I don't know, but I'm not sharing my screen anymore. I have already stopped the sharing. I don't know who's sharing the screen. I'm not sharing my... Am I sharing my screen? You're viewing. I think Lourdes sister. I think you're the one sharing the screen. Yeah, Sister Lourdes. I think it's...
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you po. Ayo, we can't hear you.
Are you saying?
Okay.
So, all right, everyone, ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. That's it. Thanks, everyone. I'll be expecting your emails. Bye. Thank you, Carmen.